Hello, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's Bold here, and welcome to another super episode of Swipe with Bold. Today, with me, I have a very special person. He's a businessman, he's a friend, a brother, a big brother, a someone that I look up to, I respect a lot. This episode is going to be very interesting because we're not just talking about entertainment and gossips and trends. We're also bringing in the business aspect also. So today we want to talk business, understand, and the importance of doing business. And this person is a CEO. He's the CEO of his company. He's not just a business person, but he's a CEO. So you see that he's not just a regular guy doing work jobs and all that. He's someone who has been doing this for years, and he has become a master in what he's doing. Yes. So today I have the CEO of Exceptional Interiors and Construction Company here with me. So, Mr. Exceptional, you are welcome to the show. You are welcome. Please introduce yourself to us. Tell us about your business. Tell us about the company, how you started, and how the journey has been so far.
My name is Mr. Victor Wealth, CEO Exceptional Interior. Exceptional Interiors is a company that deals with furnitures, interior designs, and general contractor. Beautify homes and transformation of a house to a home, giving you that top notch. Anything that has to do with beautification of home from scratch to finish.
So, like I said before, you are very welcome to the show. So, please tell us how the journey has been so far since you started. Tell us how the journey. Let us know, because I know it's not easy raising a company from the scratch to this stage that it is now. It's not easy. So, tell us how the journey has been so far.
Yeah, it has been a wonderful journey. It has been a beautiful journey. Ups and downs and obstacles, but it's been worth it. My journey actually started right from secondary school, but then it wasn't like a profession to me. I was just into making of furniture with a guy in our own street. He's a furniture maker. So during the holidays, as a young lad, I do meet up with him and help him. Then we were not even into all these modern furnitures. We were into all those ancient furnitures of filing of wood and the rest. So I was deeply into it and I became a pro in that part. So I was just working with him as one of his supporters, not like even a staff, one of his supporters. And I was going to school. When I'm done with school, I'll come help him out, doing it for fun and for the love of helping a senior man out in the street, in the area. So from there, gained admission into the higher institution, and it has been wonderful because one thing about me is I love beautifying spaces. So it has been just like that, me beautifying every space I come into, just like that. It has always been part of me. And from there, into my NYC, then after my NYC was when I took it upon myself to take it as a profession, going into the field of interior designs, and it's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful journey. It's a very long story.
So, wow, that's amazing. Like, very amazing. Starting, meaning you even started doing this, learning the work before you gain admission into the school, if, to school. That's amazing. Like, wow. So, tell us what inspired you. What is the inspiration? What inspired you to start learning this skill? What made you say, I love this skill and I want to start doing? What's your inspiration? What's the inspiration towards your journey?
Actually, there are so many inspirations. Number one is my passion for beautifying spaces. You know, um, the inspiration came from me loving to make every space and everywhere I go into become a beautiful space. Even my own apartment I stay, if I go into a house, the things I look at for is way to make that house better. Even when I was courting with a friend in Asaba after my NYSC, It was me beautifying the space. I got into the space and I was like, guy, we can make this place, look more better. So it's been the passion that inspired me. I love beautifying space, so I had to take that passion and focus the passion on a field which is interior designs, and it's been wonderful.
So one question I want to ask is, does your environment, your background, does it affect your design style? Like how you select what design you do? Did your background affect the kind of design you make?
All right, my background actually really don't influence my design style because my designs are versatile. I'm not like focused on a maximalist or a minimalist. I'm just in between. I give minimalist to lovers of minimalist. I give maximalist to lovers of maximalist. If I'm to work with my own concept, like to beautify the space, I go with both most times. While other times I focus on only minimalist, depending on the mood and depending on the customer's need. Also at that point, I study customers and the way we discuss from our discussion, I know their type of designs. And again, I'll also say there is a little influence from my background because I came from a very simple background where everything and life is very simple. So that's the same way I do my things. Gradual process. I don't jump processes. So in life, I was brought up and trained to follow the normal process of life, which is doing things one after the other. I don't rush, I don't jump, I don't go to the quick solution. I follow life in order, going through life step by step.
Wow, like I said, I'm learning a lot. Like I'm learning so much. And I hope you are learning something too from everything he has been saying. So I know you've been doing a lot of projects, like you've done so many jobs for so many persons, and I want you to tell me about one particular project, one particular job that you've done that you are so proud of, that you love, or maybe it's the first job you did when you started, or it's something you did recently. So just tell us about one particular project, or is there anyone at all that you love so much that you've done? Just tell us about it, the process, how you went about it, and everything.
All right. I can say I'm proud of almost all my projects because it's a learning process. As you are executing, you're also learning. Because each project I do, it opens my understanding and my mind into another realm. And I must say, I'm proud of all projects I've done. All the projects I've executed are projects to be proud of because as long as the client is proud and loves the work, you, the designer, you have to be proud of what you did. Customer satisfaction is the number one thing, and as long as the customer is satisfied, I say I am proud of what I delivered.
Like some things you are saying are things that I believe people who are watching, they've not heard before. You get, so thank you for everything you're saying. I have a very personal question, and this is something that I've been willing. I always like to ask people who are into business or doing something creative, like what you're doing. So I would like to ask, what what extent have you gone just to acquire knowledge? You get, like, what level have you gone? Where have you traveled to? Where did you go? What academy did you um register on? Who taught you? What, like, because I believe everything we are doing, we learnt from somewhere. We traveled somewhere to get knowledge. So, and sometimes it takes our time. It takes everything from us. You get, some of us travel far and wide just to get knowledge. So I want to know, what extent have you gone just to get new ideas, new innovations, new skills?
Actually, I've done a lot. I won't say some things so it won't look as if I'm bragging, but I know I've spent a lot to acquire knowledge. Until tomorrow, I'm still spending and I will still spend. After my NYSA, The first trip I went to, that was during when I newly started. I was in wallpaper designs and installation of wallpapers and interior design at the beginners level. I wanted to be a supplier of wallpapers and also learn more skills. So I'm that person that anything I'm passionate about, I don't care how much I spend to gain knowledge about it. I can remember back then when I was a dancer, there was no limit. I didn't go. There were times I broke my hand, there were times I broke legs, fingers. Even in those pains, I still went for concerts. The organizers don't know. That is how far and how the length I can go for something I love and have passion about. I spent money. There were times I even sold some properties from our home. My mom didn't know till after the whole show. Before she was like, "Are you sold this?" You understand? So I am that passionate guy. So after the India stuff, I came back and I started wallpapers, and it was a unique because the way I installed mine was kind of very different. Although it's somewhat similar, but the finishing and everything was unique. So from there, I went into it, deep and deep and deep, and the opportunity came. Opportunity came from one of my I would say my uncle. I call him big uncle. The opportunity came and I had to like venture and travel out. So I, instead of going for fun, I chose to go to study interior designs more in Al Nada in Dubai. So when I got to Dubai, I was focused on it and I made one of the top students, number two. So it has been a beautiful journey. So far so good. It has been a beautiful journey. Places I've gone to, and I'm proud of the journey, and I'm still willing to take more, still willing to go to more places. Like I have dreams of going to Italy, I have dreams of going to Turkey. All these are places I know I will go, and it will take me time and it will take me fun, but I'm ready to sacrifice anything just to acquire the knowledge and make it big in this career, and not just making it big, but be the best when it comes to delivery. Be the best anyone can trust at any time to deliver what I'm expected to deliver. So that's one of the goals, and also the length I've gone to acquire skills in this career.
Wow. Passion. Passion and dedication is required. Wow. So anything you are doing, not only in interior designing, not only in business, whatever you are doing in life, be it in music, acting, whatever business, whatever thing you are doing in life, your passion and your dedication to that thing matters. You understand? That is one thing I've learned from everything he's saying. So, Exceptional Interiors, thank you for every knowledge you've dropped so far. I'm grateful. So, what do you think differentiates you from other interior designers around you? And also the ones, I believe there are people you also see online and you're like, okay, you like their works, but I believe you have a something that differentiates you from other people. So what do you think differentiates you from other interior designers around you?
Um, this is one question I don't like. I don't like to talk about, but it's your show, so I have to answer. What differentiates me with other interior designers in my environment, which is Ugeli, right? I would say everything differentiates us because my way of work, the way I deliver, the way I package my work, the way I present my work. Even if you see the pictures of others and mine, you see for yourself there is a big difference. That is because the knowledge and the process I follow in delivering my work is totally different from the way others follow. You get the way I do my finishing is different from others. The way I do the way I my process my process I always say this in my work that it's a gradual process. I don't rush. Even if the client wants a work that can be done in months to be done in weeks, I will still tell you it's a gradual process, even if we are working overnight. And what makes me different from others, the number one is I am always part of the process. That is one thing. Shout out to my mentor and boss, CEO Suggest the Deal. He always said it. He always, if I talk with him, there's one thing he's always saying is be part of the process, and that is one thing I do. Not the bossy boss that I will sit back while the boys work. No, 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 no. That's one difference between me and others in my environment. I don't boss around. I'm always part of the process. Like my boys will say, boss, you go buy new cloth before you know your cloth don't spoil. Because I'm working, I'm a working boss. Even my oga too na working boss. If I show you videos of my boss working, you won't believe that he's the one dirty like this working inside. Yeah, that is the process. That is the process. We're always part of the system because we don't depend on boys. The client give you the work. Once you have been given the money to work, you have to deliver and you have to be part of the work. The client did not pay your workers to work, they paid you to deliver. So you have to be part of the process. That is the one major difference between me and others. Then, aside that, we are very accountable. If you give us money, we are very, very accountable. I've never done a job that the client will say the money what I give you now waste. Never. I've never had a police case all my years. 9 years in this business, I've never had a police case with a client that a client said he gave me money and I ate the money. No. Another major big difference between me and others. Another major big difference between me and others in my city. When we work, like people say, NSPPD, right? NSPPD, streams of joy. They will say, we they pray, it they show. In exceptional interiors, we they work, it they show. I just it. That is the big difference. We they work, it they show. We don't brag. Most times you hardly see my face. Most times is in my jobs, and most times I don't even do all this content stuff. But the work they show, they deliver. In fact, I would say the major difference between we and others is exceptional. We they deliver. You understand? Others too they deliver, but we they deliver. And I will tell you today, there are only two interior designers in the whole of my environment, and they are exceptional interiors and others.
Exceptional interiors. What are some misconceptions that people have about interior designers? Some misconceptions. I would like to know what are some things that are not true that people often say that you would like to talk about.
That's a nice question, like misconception. There are so many misconceptions, so many. Let me just talk about one, which is interior designers are being misconcepted to be people who does a simple job then collect big money. No, we are not like that. Interior designers are workmen. They are working. Do you know what it takes to think, to concept? Like if I'm given a job, most times 3 days I don't sleep. Before I sleep is maybe 5 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. Some people will say, exceptional, you know they sleep. They will write me around 3 a.m. I will reply. You know they sleep. No, we are making research. Like for me, I live two life, I would say, because during the day, Nigerian life. Then when we are going to bed, that's when Dubai is waking up. When we are going to bed around 11, 12, 1, then it's morning 8, 9, 10 in Dubai. That's when most times I receive lectures. That's most times I have some online classes I attend to. That's most times people over there will reply to my messages and we can converse, and I'll ask some questions about things I'm confused about, and they will lecture me on it. They will give me samples, and they will give me some 4K rendering videos. Most of all those videos I post, people think maybe I go to somewhere to download. There are videos from our academy and some of my colleagues that we met in Dubai. They do all this 4K rendering. So once I ask for something, I'll send them, I need some new 2025 designs. They will send me all those videos. So people will think interior designer just go to the internet and download pictures to come and design. We don't do that. That's why most of my designs, you don't find them even on the internet, like a similar one. If I do a design, you can hardly find a similar one unless maybe you see a foreign picture, which I know you will hardly have access to, because pictures I work with are only shown on our site in Dubai, which is the academy site. So there are so many misconceptions. People think this work we do is easy. We just wake up one day and started it. There was a process, because maybe you know how to mix colors in a house to make it fine does not make you an interior designer. Because you know how to set a chair, put an ornament, or put a neon tape light and do some reflective lighting and some ornament placement and some couch, you feel you're an interior designer. It's a big lie. Interior design is a it's a big time process. It's a big time process. Oga na oga, boy na boy, learner na learner, ogbu na ogbu. That's how we are in the business. As I am, I have so many boss, like up to like 4 bosses. Like if I hear their name, I the lawyer, even for the country. Although most of them don't even know what I know, they don't even know what I know. But if I see them or I hear them, I the lawyer. Why? Because oga na oga, who don't big, don't big. When their time don dey go, na who be the next generation. And as we are going, the students we have, they are the next generation also. So the misconception of saying interior designers, they are just calling money, or interior designers don't do job, they just use people to work. Although some interior designers does that, maybe they are the reason why this misconception about interior designers is coming, that they don't work, that they use people to work. You get? So, but in that, I will still address interior designers are the most creative and most resourceful people when it comes to skill acquisition, when it comes to skill, handwork. Interior designers, they try. I know how it is. Some people saw me a few days ago and were like, exceptional, you don't lose weight. Oh. We know they sleep. You they work in the shop, but you know they sleep. How you want to take a body? You dey see am. So that's how it is. So it's a big misconception when they say interior designers are just not doing anything. They just collect money and just make the space beautiful. Go market, make go price material. You will run mad. So please correct that impression about interior designers. We are hardworking people. Most times we starve our families of our presence. We starve our loved ones of our presence just to satisfy customers. We don't complain because it's what we've signed out for. As long as you want to be a service provider, you must face such things. So don't joke with interior designers. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, they study and they concept. That's one thing you should know. They don't just bring designs for you to just see and just say this is what we are doing. No, they study. They go through sleepless nights and they study before they bring it to you. They don't just collect your money. So don't think they just collect your money and just give you price and all that. No. Whatever they tell you is the real deal. Understand? So exceptional interiors, how do you see interior designing in the next 5 years? How do you see the future of interior design in the next 20 years, the next 15 years? Let me just say in the next 5 years from now. How do you see interior designing? What's the future holding for interior designing?
All right, that's a very beautiful question. The future of interior design is taking another level, like it's on a high level. Like when we talk about smart homes, smart homes is what we do right now. Smart homes, everyone wants their homes controlled in one from one position. They don't want to be walking around, closing doors, putting off the TV, putting off the lights. Although the switch and everything is in the house, but they want to be using it with their voice. And the same way as interior design is evolving, you should know that the cost of interior design is also evolving. If you are going for something premium, something of the next generation, you should prepare the next generation money for it. because some people always they will choose a classic design, a premium luxury design, and they will bring money for a standard design. No, we don't do that. Interior design is evolving and we are taking it to the next level. We are following up in every aspect as we are. I've done some smart homes. There is, like the last one was for CEO Lance Fun Fair, in Ugeli. You get so, and there are so many smart homes we still have in on the line to do. There are so many smart homes. There are project lined up for this year with smart homes. E.g., we have Project A Town, Project Richie, Project Project X, Project so many projects in Abia State, in Port Harcourt, in Lagos, in Asaba, in Saple, so many places around the state and the country. But we will say, as long as you are going for a premium design, you too should also be ready for that premium cost, because life is evolving. Even the food we eat is evolving. The same, the beautification of home is evolving. And as it is evolving, the cost and the things needed to make this work come to pass is also evolving. The price is evolving. What you buy for 50K this year, you not buy it next year 50K. You might buy it like 150K. You understand? So interior design is taking a new look, it's taking a new pace, it's taking a new level, and we all are working towards that. We all are focusing our passion and attention to that, to make sure you follow the process, you follow the pace the work is going. It's a global world and the world is evolving. So we as humans and skilled masters, we also evolve as the world is evolving. That's the essence of being a well informed and a well trained boss and a well trained designer. If you don't evolve with the system, you'll be left behind. So we're always evolving, we're always improving ourselves. That's why we make research. That's why we go for classes. That's why we get involved with any process of learning. Because as a businessman and as a boss, you are first of all a student before a boss. So you never stop learning. And in the process of learning, your knowledge and your skill, everything is evolving as the system is evolving.
So expect smart homes from next year, from 2026, 2027. Expect smart homes. So if you are ready to have a smart home, contact Exceptional Interiors. So now, thank you so much. Like I would say, thank you so much for all the knowledge you've been sharing. Thank you so much. But this is Nigeria. We are in Nigeria, and there's something I always tell people, and that is skill acquisition is very important. Even if you are doing a 9 to 5 job, you need to have a skill. So I want you, as someone who is a guru, who is a CEO in your skill, who has built a company from just knocking two woods together. You are now a company that is handling big time jobs. I want to tell people the importance of skill acquisition, especially the young people that will be watching us now. Tell them how important skill acquisition is in our lives. Because I see a lot of young people, they don't want to do anything. All they want to do is whether they are waiting for free money or to fall from somewhere, I don't know. So please inspire them.
Right. This is a beautiful question. You know, like my boss, Mr. Mohan, will say, I will just say it the way he say it. Skill acquisition is paramount in every woman's life. Skill acquisition is paramount in every human's life. That is to say, every human, as long as you are born into this earth, you must have a skill. It is very important to have a skill. Normally, you going to school is to learn and to become something. That thing you want to be. If you have the skill first before the theoretical knowledge you get from school, although some schools have some practical knowledge also, but if you are skilled in it first, or if you have the skill in that field you are going into, or in that field you studied, you'll be astounding in every organization you work in. If you have just the theoretical knowledge and the written knowledge of everything, you will be stuck in the computer. You cannot go into practical works, and practical works get the more pay in every organization. So it is better and very important for every youth, every human to have a skill. I'm not saying every human should go into interior design. No. Have something you can offer the society. Have something. The moment you have something to offer the society, you will never lack money because you have a service to render. And the moment you render that service will give you the capital you need to take care of yourself, to pay your bills, or do one or two for yourself. So skill acquisition is very important in the society, the next generation. Like I said, my son after his secondary school is going into 1 year full-time skill acquisition. You no go university say na me go call dey send you money every time. No, your skill should be able to provide for you. Your skill. I had a skill of dancing then when I was in campus. That skill of dancing, that talent of dancing took care of a lot of things for me. The life I lived on campus then, the big boy life I live for campus, dancing provide most of those money. And also some other little skill wey I get wey I take dey make money then. So skill acquisition is very, very important. It saves your family stress. It saves you sef a lot of stress. So skill acquisition is very, very important. And with that, I will say, go get a skill this 2025.
Wow. Having a skill is very, very important. It cannot be overemphasized. Like, we can talk about skill acquisition from now till next year. It cannot be overemphasized. So even if you have a 9 to 5 job, get a skill for yourself. It will save you. So exceptional interior, thank you so much. And one last question. I believe a lot of people are watching right now and they would like to know, get information about you. Do you have people you work with? Do you have boys you train? Do you have staffs that you train by yourself that you work with? And are you currently admitting students to train and also employ? Let us know, let them know.
On that, yeah, I have students, I have staffs. I call them my family because I don't see them as boys. You get? I don't see them as boys. They're my family. The way I play with them, the way I roll with them. I have students, and they are not just students. I have men, skilled men. You know, there are some things they will see in some people's page, and they will say, if now we do this kind of thing, boss go kill us. So boss go, even in fact now suspension, now they go direct. Why? Because they know that their boss does not take nonsense. They know the quality of work their boss does. So we train students. I have over 8 students on ground, a female student also. I have more to come, which I'm even putting on hold as at last year. You know, there were so many applications, but we're closed for the year. So I just told them that we're closed for the year. But right now we are open and we have limited slots also. Yeah, we have limited slots. I can say I'm the only interior designer that have students that I showcase everywhere I go. I'm proud of my students and I take them along to anywhere, any length. I don't limit them to the environment. I make them see that what they are doing is the future of their own self and their family, because you don't just come and learn to become a roadside boy. You came to Exceptional Interiors, and after learning your skill, you are becoming a master of your own. And if you want to remain with the company, you remain with the company and will pay you as a staff for every job you do. If you want to go on your own, you're also free. That's what we do. And I'm proud of my students. Anytime, any day, I can hit my chest and say I have some masters in my team that deliver what I love, even if I'm not around. So yes, we train students, and I have the best of students. Thank you so much.
Wow. That's amazing. So to reach out to Exceptional Interiors, you can use the informations on the screen right now to reach out to him. You have a project, you want someone who is knowledge and professional about this job to handle your project. You can reach out to Exceptional Interiors. They are open 247. They are available for bookings wherever, whenever. So use the information on the screen to reach out to them. And this is the end of this episode. Thank you so much for staying with us, and thank you for um, your engagement, your love, and your support. We hope to see you next time. And I hope that every information that has been passed here today, that has been spoken about today in this episode, has helped you one way or the other. Thank you so much. I love you. I love all my YouTube family. I love all my social media family. I love you all. And know that we will still do more together. We are still doing more together. So thank you so much. Please do well to subscribe. Please subscribe. Subscribe. I beg you, subscribe. When you subscribe and you engage on our content, we will know that yes, we are really making impacts. So thank you. Please subscribe. Also follow us on all our social media handles on Instagram. They are all there on the screen. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And with that, I remain your favorite host, Bold. I love you so much and see you next time.